up, guys? Time to show off a new Porsche build. This one's a little different than the ones I've done before. We did more of a white-gray style dial so that I could do some white leather. So we've got brushed case, screen-printed custom dial. I did a set of white Vostok 24 hands on there. Did a polished shark tooth bezel with a white ceramic minute insert. We did a custom milled and engraved Porsche badge caseback. And then my buddy Constantine did a white with white stitch leather. And then we threw the same Porsche logo onto the Italian leather. It's got black painted edges to seal them. And then I grabbed one of these, like, I don't know if filigree is the right word, but black enamel filled custom engraved buckles. I thought that looked really cool, so I'll throw it on there. Super soft and pliable strap. You will love this strap. But that is the build. So bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. It is a tension ring bezel. It is pretty solid. You won't be able to necessarily bump it, out of place. It's on there pretty stout. So if you need to move it to set, a time, like, got to be somewhere at that time. You can kind of count down if you want, but it is on there pretty stout. Automatic mechanical, you've got a rotor in the back here, so as you're moving, it is moving back and forth and putting wind to the movement. But before you put it on, you're going to want to wind it just a little bit. You don't want to just set the time and put it on. You could lose time if you're not active enough. So what you'll do is you'll back the crown off the threads until you see it. You'll see it off there. You'll feel a bit of play, but you'll hear and feel the clicking. And a wind is a turn clockwise as you're looking at it. Going backwards does not put any ill effect on it. So often I just go back and forth. Do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on. If you know you're going to be driving or sitting at a desk all day, go ahead and do it for a little bit longer. You cannot overwind it. It has a slipping mainspring, so once it has as much as it needs, it just deflects and it doesn't put any more towards the mainspring. So once you're happy with your wind, you're going to pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. Does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going on you. And you'll also notice it has a wobble crown. This deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressures on anything. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 2:12 p.m.
2:12. Which is actually this one right up there. Push that down. You'll push it back over to make sure you get it out of that time setting, and then go to put the crown back onto the crown tube. If you don't tap it over and you just kind of push it in, if you don't get it over and then you start winding it down, it might move the hands. So I just kind of give it a little bit of a tap just to make sure that I've kind of thrown the stem kind of into that original position. So that's what I was doing, though I just did it and didn't mention what I was doing. But anyway, that is the build. This is going to be a new one for the event tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. As with every build, it's going to come with matching beads. It's going to come in it's not dial matching, but logo matching slider box with an Atlas pillow. So these just go on like so. This is going to come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything here in the center. Non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue, as well as a microfiber. You're also going to get leather conditioner to keep that strap perfectly soft. You'll probably never need to use it for this, but your other hard abrasive straps, put it on there, let it soak in, remove any excess, use a rag or something, don't use a micro. And then lastly, you're going to have some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. It's for your acrylic domed glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it, a tiny bit of this, and buff it out with your color matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right, filling the scratch, haze it, buff it out, put a little pressure onto it to generate some heat. That usually helps. If it's still there after you've done that, wait a little bit and then do it again. Let that solidify because you're building back up what you've scratched out in the acrylic. If you scratch the brushed casing, real simple. If you do it on the side, just use the green side of a Scotch-Brite and do single passes and brush the scratch in where you don't see it. If you have it on the rounded edges, you'll want to probably take your band off, but then use the green side of the Scotch-Brite and don't go back and forth. Just go single passes at a rounded angle, and then you're just brushing that scratch in. So in a nutshell, you're not actually like getting rid of it. You are just making it to where it's not as noticeable. So that's the build. And if it's going to you, congrats. I hope you love it a ton. I have another white strap and I have another white Porsche style to build. The only other bezels I have are diver style in white ceramic. And I kind of like the look of the white ceramic, so I will probably pick up another one so that it will look very similar. We'll just probably do a different case when I do that one. Or I can always do a silver with ghosted numbering in there, which also looks equally cool. But I cannot get those anymore, so once I use up all those, they are gone. So the next one will be a little bit different. I'll wait till this moves, and then I'll put the other one together. But that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. Thank you so much for your time and your effort and your energy, and I hope you love it. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.